Alright guys, I had to put this little warning up here because can't be too sensitive these days, and I don't want people saying that I'm just regurgitating stuff from other people or other companies. This is all my opinion, and we'll just read it together. Warning: the views and opinions in this video are of my own, for good or worse. They are not a reflection of any company or person other than myself. Again, I shouldn't have to say that. Well, let's get that off here. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the stream. It's been a bit. It's been about 2 weeks since I've been on the YouTube. Last thing I did was upload a video. And we're going to talk about ICAST. And, woo, man, my camera's lagging just a little bit. So let me see if I can fix this camera real quick. Go into the settings. See if I can fix this here. Alright, see if that, hopefully that'll fix the camera lag just a little bit. So, what's going on? All channel members, Thomas Hines, what's up, buddy? Hunter Ombre, Sycamore, James McMullen. I don't have 2 streams going. I don't understand the one that's, I scheduled one with my phone, and for some reason, I don't know what's going on, but just trying to, it never works when I try to like select my stream through my stream program. But if it's good on y'all's end, this is the one you want to be in. Obviously the other one will probably not even work. So, but whoop, I'm just trying to toggle through my computer here. So, hey, not a problem, Eagles John. I like giving out pointers. I've got a couple videos I need to edit and get up there. I've just been working a lot, man. I'm on swing shift and we're low on people, so it's been kind of crazy. I'm going to go on a 3-day break this weekend, so you'll see a video and a stream this weekend. I'm going to work for like 5 days, then I'll have a week break. What's up, Kevin? What's up, Kyle? Yeah, I'm not going to try to hurt any feelings, but I am going to tell you guys how it is. Yeah, the easiest way to tell the one to jump on, Tret, man, is the one that's got the most viewers, so. There's a bunch of people streaming tonight, and so, you know, it is what it is, but I'm glad you guys tune in. So first thing I want to go over here, a lot of guys have been asking what 6th Sense doing. Are they going to ICAST? Well, they're not going to ICAST, and I'll give you a couple reasons why. In my opinion, that's a good move, and I think more companies shouldn't go. Hey Dax, thank you so much for joining up in that baby Jaint membership. At the end of the stream, I'm going to try to give away a channel membership. I got to figure out how to do it, but I'm going to try to do that. So if you're not a member, you may become a member and you didn't even know it. So that goes a long way to support the channel. You guys feel free to donate. You don't have to. You don't have to be a member. And I'm like the worst of the worst sometimes. So. Ronnie, I haven't been using any hollow belly baits. I've actually been catching most of my fish when I went on a swim jig or a lipless crankbait. So, dude, Darius is out here catching smallmouth on Kentucky Lake. Man, I picked a great name to stream instead of go fishing. But next week, Darius, let's get together. Well, week after next, I'll be on a 7-day break. We need to get together and make another top water video. But anyway, here's a new bait. I don't know if anybody's seen this unless you check my Instagram story, but this is the new, if you guys are a fan of the Divine Hybrid Jig, this is the new Divine Axle. It's actually called the Axle Hybrid Jig. So very similar to the regular Divine Jig. I use this one all the time. This is Bluegill Candy. It's kind of got that hybrid, half kind of archy, you know, square triangle shaped head. And now they've released it in the axle, which basically the axle, if you can see right here, the hook can swing free. It doesn't go side to side or in a circle like a wobble head. It just goes, you know, a 90-degree. It's got a 90-degree tilt on it. It's got a big hook, and the reason for that big hook is you can put any size trailer you want, whether you want to use a stroker crawl, you want to use a big packer crawl, you want to use a Magnum speed crawl, whatever trailer. And basically, you see it's got a little screw lock. You'll screw your trailer on, and then you can Texas rig it to expose. So you're going to have a big time jig that's weedless, So you can pitch it around cover, grass. You can swim it if you want to. That's what's great about the Hybrid Jig. Does so many different things. You can really use any trailer you want to. Man, this sucker looks good right there. But I'm really excited about this one. It's going to be dropping here in a couple weeks on the website. It's definitely got a big hook. This is made for big fish. I'd love to see like a finesse jig done like that. I think that'd be awesome. But that is the new Axle Hybrid Jig. That is coming from 6 Cents. And there's another bait I can't show you guys, but I will show it to you on a YouTube video in about 3 days. And I hooked a pretty good fish. It come off. It was on my YouTube channel, but you'll get to see it. And the only way you'll be able to get that is subscribe to the Super 6 Sack in July. So after July 15th, you'll want to do that, get that exclusive bait. And it's really cool. You can do a lot of different things with it. So I wish they would go ahead and use screw locks with the centering pin. Ooh, I think Owner might have a patent on that centering pin. We'll see. I'm ready for the movement rod myself. I haven't got one, so a lot of guys like putting a flush on the back of a swim jig, which is crazy to me because I don't see a ton of action on that. I like the whale, dude. The whale. I wish we could make a bait called the whale tail, or just like the tail of a whale swim bait that's solid that you can put on the back of a swim jig. I've had a lot of luck cutting a whale in half and throwing it on a swim jig. So the purpose of that swinging hook is, one, you can make your jig basically totally weedless without a weed guard, and two, this thing goes up and down, so it's the axle's got movement to it, so it's going to be harder for the fish to throw. And actually, believe it or not, when a fish comes up from behind and pops it, it kind of swing up and hit them in the top of the mouth. It's really weird. So when it's down there on the bottom and they push it, this thing will roll. Somehow it hooks them. It's kind of, I didn't believe it. I thought it was really weird, but a lot of guys swear by that. So but anyway, y'all aren't here for the stream for me to promote a bunch of stuff or talk about it, but anyway, we're going to dive into ICAST, and it's going to be fun. Maybe if you're a good company, it's going to be fun. Maybe not. So we'll see. Someone just got. I do know that the 6 Cents chambers. Somebody on Instagram just messaged me about the jerkbait chambers. All that stuff. There's going to be a jig chamber, jerkbait chamber, crankbait chamber, trace, draw. They're coming. So I would expect a lot of stuff within the next month. So here we go. Let's get on to why you're here, and make sure you guys set your notifications on. It's really weird. A lot of guys saying they're not getting my videos or whatnot when I upload. Not that I've been uploading a lot, but make sure you set your notifications on. So let's change scenes here, and let's go to some ICAST new product preview. This was on the Bassmaster website, and yes, I know Hella Bass has done this and some other guys. I just couldn't fit it into my work schedule. It's a good point, Clotel. How many times is Jackal going to release the game trail? So this is one of the things that bothers me about ICAST is, man, I just don't see a lot of innovation. I don't see a lot of new stuff. So let's scroll through here real quick. Everybody's been asking about the Berkeley Slobberknocker. So, you can take the name how you want to, whether that's a reference to a 70s porn video or a reference to JR over at the WWE/AEW for his famous Slobberknocker calls. But it's a bladed jig. It says here, Berkeley scientists created an innovative through-head design that's completely different from other bladed jigs, except the queen tackle switchblade, because that's how they get around the patent here. You can't really tell it from this photo, but right here, I don't know if my mouse is showing here, it's actually a little bar, and the blade's actually connected to that bar and not really connected to the head. Do we really need another vibrating jig? I'm not sure. Honestly, I just throw a jackhammer and every now and then a Picasso shock blade. I kind of, I run with what you brung, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. $13.99 for a Berkeley bladed jig. The hook looks a little too big for me. That's one thing I like about a jackhammer. It's a perfect blend of a medium and a heavy hook. I don't like big heavy hooks on moving baits like that. Tend to lose some fish, but I'm not a pro. So that's what we got first. Yeah, I mean, the head looks like a chatterbait / evergreen, but the thing about it is I don't see how it's really the blade's gonna knock the head. I could be wrong. I watched some underwater video on Berkeley and it looked okay. So thumbs up or thumbs down, I'm not sure. I don't know how to give that. I've actually fished one. I can't say where it come from or they'd get in trouble. It was okay. Catch cold, might book a bull mullet. I'll just buy the bull herring. Moving on. Freedom Tackle Speed Freak Spinnerbait. To be honest with you, I'm not a huge fan of Freedom Tackle. They come out with some cool things every year. It's kind of got a unique blade. I'll stick with the Spot Sticker Mini-Me. Tried and true. That's one of the best burning spinnerbaits ever made. Plus, they make a Baitman color. I'm going to try to go through this kind of fast. Freedom Tackle Ultra Diver Shad. It looks like a Hot Lips. I mean, it looks just like a Hot Lips Express. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. You know, American Bait Works owns them, and they're kind of known for doing their own thing. So, man, it's the year 2022, and I don't know why we're going to release a Hot Lips Express in different colors. So, kind of wild. Guys, make sure you hit that like button for me. Share it if you want to. Opinions welcome. I'm going to swap back and forth from the chat to the ICAST screen. So, yeah, Ron, I just don't see it being better than a jackhammer. And but I will say, and it's not on the Bassmaster page, and I'll let you know, there is a tungsten bladed jig coming. Ooh, Big Bite Baits has a new scent. Okay. Yep. What's up, Tim Maynard? Rick Bartz? My channel members, guys, thank you so much for joining in here. It is kind of wild that Old School is coming back. And I think we've run the gambit on so much stuff. And it is popular. Old School baits are really popular. Some of my best videos are talking about Old School baits. And I'm definitely not the reason. But, you know, everything's kind of ran the circle. Guggen Squad Spinnerbait. The bumper. Yeah, I bumped that sumbitch right in a trash can. Yeah, I'm not paying $6.99 for that. If you want a good spinnerbait from a good company, Nichols makes amazing stuff, man. I like Brooks over at Nichols. He's got some of the best blades, best components in the market. Got an owner hook in this. It's called the Catalyst. I like that it's not the traditional Nichols head. It's got more of a shad profile. Definitely, I will definitely buy a couple of these. So Nichols, the Catalyst spinnerbait. I'm a spinnerbait dude. Everything looks really good on it. I'm going to buy some of those, and I guarantee you that they'll be available pretty quick from Nichols and on Tackle Warehouse. The BBZ1 Rat. What the hell is coming out of this thing's butt? So it's a Fish Lab bait, and I like Fish Lab baits, but again, they don't really do a lot of stuff you've never seen before. I guess a rat with a plopper in its butt would be different, and it's not been done before. You know, there's no Spro rat anymore. And Bill Cemental, which is a super nice guy, and he's caught way more big fish than I have. Oop. He's the one that's kind of in the design on this. It's interesting. I'll put it this way. This is an interesting bait. I like rats, but it's different. And so I can give a thumbs up for being different there. Matt Luna, what's up, buddy? If you're in the chat, I'm going to answer a few questions here. What happened to the 6-inch prototype, the jigsaw? I have no clue. Didn't even know about it. We got to get Matt Luna on the stream. We need to do a West Coast versus the South, the differences in fishing styles and baits, man. Thanks, Guggen Slayer. If y'all haven't subscribed to Matt Luna's channel, go ahead, man. He's a great dude, by the way. And he's very, very good at pouring jigs and do-it molds. Man, I've learned a lot just watching it. He was really cool. Called me on the phone last year when I just got this do-it stuff. He was like, "Hey man, let me walk you through this." And I appreciate guys that want to help out in the community. So, all right, let's see what else we got here. BBZ is no longer with Spro, so Bill Mental is no longer with Spro, so that's why they got the BBZ deal there. All right, let's keep going on. Guggen Squad Rival. I don't know why they needed a 7-inch one. The other one's junk. That's just my opinion. If you want a cheap $22 glide, go buy S-Waver 168 or a Savage Gear. Greenfish tackle. I love greenfish stuff. Very similar to the Dirty Jigs Guppy Head. Not as rounded. That's really popular right now. That Guppy Head, putting on them small swim baits, or even making your own micro swim jig. Here we go. Jackal. I don't know what's happened to Jackal this ICAST. We've basically got new colors that are already available. Got a Gantrel. We've got rearrange. I do like the purple. I ain't gonna lie. I do like the purple. Burgundy shad. I wish they would call it Black Panther. This bait smells like Bigfoot's crotch. Just so anybody might need an Anchorman reference. All right. Live Target, Live Crawl. I mean, how many years is Live Target gonna keep duping us into buying these baits? I mean, that sumbitch looks like I could put it in a crock pot and have a crawfish bowl, or however you cook crawfish. I mean, it looks good. Don't get me wrong, but every year, and I'm not the only person, I get sucked into buying another Live Target bait. Whether it's a frog, it's a swim bait, or a frog that looks like a swim bait. It's crazy. No problem, Punch Fishing. Glad you joined in, man. Glad you joined in. So, let's see. I'm looking for all the. I'm going to go back to the chat about every 2 or 3 minutes. Yeah, Magnum, and it's 2.1 ounce. I don't think Chris Zaldane is throwing a Guggen Contender. I mean, y'all watch Zaldane fish enough, you know he's throwing high dollar, hog fathers, bull glides, HPH, stuff like that, and way better fishermen than me. Let's see. Baitman, it's been a long time. Life got in the way, but glad back to watching. Dude, life is crazy right now for me. It's just work. Trying to make that money. I'm going to buy a boat next year. And so one thing you're probably going to see on this channel is I'm going to do my research. I know Ken Smith did a video series, him trying to buy a bass boat, but we're going to do it. I don't know how many people want to see walk arounds. I think it's all done, but we're going to go through the whole process. Dude, I do like the Live Target, that Copper's Frog. Dude, that thing is really good. Now, the bluegill and stuff, man, if I could do a video on the worst baits ever from ICAST, that one might be in it. Or that other Live Target crayfish jig. It looked good. But Live Target, Live Crawl, that's not one I'm going to invest in. Just been burnt too much by them. All right, let's keep going. Shimano World Pop 69. 69. Couldn't quite get 70 millimeters, but we got 69 millimeters out of it. Got the old flash boost. I think this is actually probably going to be pretty cool. I like the shape of it. It's kind of got that Yo-Zuri kind of look to it, which is like their bullet pop. And it's got that flash and stuff in there. I could see where this would work, but it's $20. Not saying $20 poppers aren't good, because Lord knows I throw Rico all the time. But I could see situations where this thing works, and I like this Shimano Flash Boost jerkbait. But man, it's hard to get that stuff. If Tactical Bassin does videos about it, man, TW sells out. So I'm gonna have to probably go to a local shop and get that thing. All right, this is one I didn't even know about. This is the Spro CG, which stands for Chris Cord Johnson. And it was a collaboration with John Cruz. This is the outsider crankbait, and basically the weights move to the outside of the bait instead of the inside of the bait. Supposedly you're going to be able to cast it farther. They're going to have several different models in these. They're going to have a square bill, a mid diver, and a deep diver. Neely's in here. There's too much stuff for you, girl. You're going to get your shoes on, okay? We got Neely in here. She might judge some stuff. But one thing I'll say about Spro, they don't really put out junk. I like Spro baits quite a bit. And they stick to kind of their original designs. Every now and then they'll kind of, like the mixed sticks, very similar to a Vision 110 or whatnot. But if John Cruz has got a hand in it, you can pretty much bet that it's going to be a good bait, because he don't want to put his name on anything on the market that's so-so. And I will also give John a good shout out to his video about live scope and the guys that are claiming they're using live scope to snag bass. And he basically totally debunked that with math. I know it's crazy. People actually use math to prove facts and points, and John did an amazing job on that. I really do not believe guys are, especially at the pro level, snagging bass on purpose. You can snag a bass by accident. Lord knows I've done it. I mean, so. I don't know if a company tried that bill design and it didn't track right. We'll see. I imagine if there was any issues, it was ironed out here. Yeah, weight on the outside, definitely similar to OSP Blitz. And here's the thing about OSP. I love their baits. Hold on. Matter of fact, I got to go get something real quick. Watch out. Be right back, guys. Oh, I'm back. I'm sorry about that. Somebody said OSP, so I have to show you this bait. I'm going to go back on the big screen really quick. So, of course, you guys know I'm friends with Mark Menendez, and he took Toshi, who is the owner of OSP, out fishing on Lake X, and he texted me about it, and I said, dude, I need an autograph bait. And so I'm going to give a shout out to Toshi over at OSP for signing a Blitz Max. This is a 101. Probably can't get this one on a hookup tackle. So he signed it, his name and the date on here. And then on the other side, he wrote Bass or Die, OSP. And I just want to give a shout out to Toshi over at OSP. Thank you so much for doing that for me. We got to take a little break because Neely over here wants to join the stream. Say what's up. Do you want to look at some baits, Neely?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right.
Where's my purple one?
Where's your purple one? I don't know. I don't know if I have any purple ones up here.
It's inside.
It's inside? What about this one? What color's that? What color's that, Neely?
Blue and green.
Yeah, and yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, we got to get on there and look at some new baits, okay? All right. All right, we're going to move on. We'll get Neely's opinion, too. I think they are, Thomas. We'll see. All right. Let's go down here, Neely. Ooh, what about that? Do you like that Spro Spinnerbait?
No.
You don't? Why don't you like that bait?
Because I like these ones.
Well, we're not talking about the baits I got. We're talking about these baits.
Okay, fine.
So do you like that?
Yes.
So that wire's got a curve in here. It's got a very JDM, which means Japanese Domestic Market. Can you say that? Can you say JDM?
JDM?
Yeah. Pretty cool new spinnerbait here coming from Spro. It's definitely really pissed off. It looks like it's mad. It's got a very JDM vibe with that wire on there. It's got some smaller blades. Probably going to be able to fish this pretty fast. Going to be $10.99. They're saying it's going to be great for clear stained water. I'll definitely buy a couple of these to look at. All right, Neely. And fish. And they have it also
red.
They call this one the Thumper, where it's got a Colorado and maybe an Indiana blade. I don't throw those as much. I like the angler assets myself. All right, you gotta get down. Bye, Neely. I love you. Whew, I was getting extra hot. So again, we're mad. We're mad at the world. We're spinnerbait. We're pissed off. That's kind of Spro's signature eyes there. I like to see some more colors in this. I'm a spinnerbait junkie. You know I'm gonna have some. Oh shit. Hold on. Let me change this screen. That would help out a whole lot. Sorry guys. Let's go back. Here's the first pissed off spinner. Spro. They just call it the Spro. They got really good quality components. So you know the swivels on this thing are going to be good. I'm going to guess they're making their own blade as well. Again, you see it's got that curvature in the arm, very similar to a Mega Bass. The V9 has that kind of weird curve to it. They run really good, so I'm going to assume this one. This actually looks like a Jackal and a Mega Bass fused together and make one. Well, let's see if they put a bigger hook in this thing. And then there's your thumper version, same wire design, different style blades. You guys kind of know the drill. And then we have the Spro Demon at 55. So Spro is actually, I'm going to give them a thumbs up. I think they've done pretty good so far what they got coming out. Designed for aggressively fishing. You know that Bill, that signature from John Cruz, likes the micarta. Excels in fast retrieves for covering water. Slowing the retrieve dampens the wobble slightly and is a better tactic for sluggish fish. Definitely gonna have gamakatsu hooks. $13.99. Man, this has got some balsa characteristics. I know this. John knows those old school balsa baits. Kind of probably a mix between a Little John and a speed trap is what it looks like. Again, we're mad. We got mad eyes on here. I'm liking that one. I switched the screens back. I'm sorry, guys. I totally forgot. I'm losing my mind, man. I'm getting old. I'm an amateur. That's right. Dude, Rio Rico is a really, really good popper. If I was going to put a top 5 poppers, I would probably put that one a solid 1, if not 2. Actually, the P70 would be 1. Rio Rico would be 2. Yeah. Oh, that is very similar to the old school Evergreen. So, I agree, Matt. Wire diameter, quality blades, that makes the biggest difference. I don't mind a thick wire if I'm fishing deeper. So, let's keep scrolling here. I know the chat's behind, so we got Speed Demon, another size rock crawler. It's a great bait. I'm not +1 from, but going to get down there to 10 feet. I'm not a big deep jerking guy. I like to jerk it pretty shallow. Pencil Popper 110. I like this bait. It's basically the Yozuri version of a shower blow, which is fine because the big one they got catches fish. My buddy Darius has slayed them this year on that big Pencil Popper, the big size, the 150, I believe. So I do like that we're going to get a smaller version of this. And man, Yozuri is so underrated, man. They make really, really good baits, and I've never figured out why they don't sell like hotcakes, but I will have some of those Yozuri 110s. Don't really care about a 3D XR shad. I'm going to buy a shad wrap. 3DR X crank gets down to about 6 foot, 2 inches long, kind of small, shallow. How do you say, shallow deeper diver? It's not a square bill. That don't excite me. Good God. The 3DR Vibe. So 3D internal prism. So hey, Shimano made something cool, that nice and flashy. Let's go ahead and do it ourselves too. It has UV incorporated. Now, okay, let me ask you guys this. This is kind of silly. So appreciate it. You know, Byron, if you want to join and talk about missile baits tonight, I could figure out how to plug you in, or if you want to pimp some missile baits this weekend, because missile baits has got some good stuff coming. So what come first, the Rico or the Yellow Magic? So here's my question on the UV. If bass only see in UV, then why do we have multicolored baits? Like if they only see UV colors, or if underwater it makes these things glow, then what does the outside color matter? It's just magnets, man. How do they work? I don't understand. So, man, me and the Pot Max don't get along. I'm not a fan of the Pot Max. That bait just does not work out for me. So Splash It, Yellow Magic, and Rico, they're all basically the same bait. I'm not going to get into a debate on which one come first. It's pretty wild. I don't want Don Avino going wild on social media at me. Don's a legend, great dude, one of the fathers of finesse fishing. So, all right, Chad is way behind. Yozuri X5. We got a hardcore bullet crank, 5+, says it goes up to 20 feet. I would probably buy this if Bass bit a crankbait where I'm at anymore. I like that color. That's almost the Jank Juicy's color. Oh God, what is this piece of shit? The Z-Man, I'm sorry, I hate to judge a lure by its cover. The self-walking topwater slashes, sputters, and carves the surface in a unique action. So, I don't even know what to call this thing. Is this like a reverse, like Jackal riser bait? Or you know what? Let's just throw some blades on some shit and see what happens. Pardon my French. I'm not. I don't know. I'd have to see this thing in the water. I'm not confident on shelling out $14.99 for that. And Z-Man usually makes really good stuff. I think maybe we're trying to use the chatter blade way too much and just slap it on things. I don't know. I mean, it's even got purple in it, and usually that's just, I will buy anything with purple and chartreuse, but I don't know about that. Someone proved me wrong. Let's see what the chat thinks about that. I'll come back to the chat. Finesse swim jig. When I'm going to reach for a finesse swim jig, I'm probably going to reach for a Missile Baits, the mini swim jig, or I'm going to go for the Dirty Jigs one. I like this one. Just kind of looks like a standard old Poison Tail Do It Molds jig. And you know, it's Z-Man. They've kind of really cornered the market on the Midwest finesse, but I believe I'm going to pass on that one. Going to pass. Hey, look, another shower blow knockoff, and it's designed by 13 Fishing. God, cannot believe they got something similar to another company already. So, designed for the Power Slide. The only thing I see power sliding is Kyle Larson. Carefully honed for hard cutting, slashing action. I guess if you honed all your top waters, it makes it original. Comes with VMC premium hooks, you know, since you're owned by Rapala, obviously. Honestly, it doesn't look bad, but it is cheaper than a shower blow. Not as cheap as a Yozuri. Again, I'm a run with your brun guy. There's no reason I'm going to buy this over a shower blow, unless I'm just hurting for dollars. I'd like to see different images of these, so I can't judge my bait, but I'm sure 13 Fishing social media will tell you that this was the original design. Everybody else copied it. All right, let's get into soft baits. So this one, I'm gonna give Berkeley a little love here. I do like this. This is the Berkeley Power Stinger. We gotta go back to chat real quick. We gotta get my chat to keep up. Just got my Missile Bait Magic Worms in, dude. That's awesome. I'd love to know what you think, Kenny. Man, chat's going wild. I gotta keep up. Yeah, I'm not sure about the blade trit fishing. That's just wild. Yep, Santo makes good stuff, man. They're a good company. It's 1990 Z-Man, only seen on TV big. Man, my chat, I can't keep up. I'm going to have to fly over there real quick. I wish I could get the chat to pop up when I'm in that other screen. So, all right, so we're here on the Berkeley Power Stinger. I like this bait. I'm a big fan of stuff you can put on the back of a chatterbait. You could probably use this by itself, believe it or not, in certain applications. Obviously, they're going to promote using this with the Slobberknocker. I like the Beast Coast. It was called the Chatter Shad. They had to change the name of it. but it's very similar to that Beast Coast bait. Definitely looks like a good trailer. I probably could use it on a swim jig if you wanted to. You could probably Texas rig it sideways and flip this bait. It's going to have two sizes, 3.5 and 425, 12 colors. 4 HD colors. It's got to be HD. But I'm going to say I will probably grab some of these. Oh shit, $9.99. God dang, $10 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, $10 for 7. So $1.15 each, man. The good thing about chatterbait trailers, they last quite a while, but a little high on the price, man. All right, the Big Bite Baits Quarantine Craw. So this is basically another play off like the Z-Craw worm, the Big Show worm. It's got the twin tails on it. So we've put some Fighting Frog claws on there. Designed by Drew Cook. Drew's a cool dude. It's a Ned style bait, okay? So I thought this would be a bigger bait, but it's a Ned style, so that's different. You could probably make your own with a lighter and some pack across, to be honest with you. Don't use the lighter on the Z-Man ones though, because they'll melt. $6.99. The Big Bite Small 836. All right, so Big Bite, you're kind of getting into a flatworm here. Kamikaze Swimming Split Tail. There's another kind of chatterbait. That would be a really good spinnerbait trailer to me. I like that. It's hard to get excited about trailers, but I can get excited about a spinnerbait trailer. Pad Crasher Jr. Again, here we are, 2023. We got a Booyah Frog, and guess what? Instead of coming out with something totally new, hey man, let's go to ICAST and spend thousands of dollars on a booth and marketing, and we're just going to make it a smaller size. Dude, that power bait on the back of a small scrounger head fire turtle sounds like a great idea. But anyways, so I don't understand why companies spend all this money, and it's not just Booyah. I do like the Pad Crasher. I think it's a good frog. Spend all this money to go to ICAST, and it's like, hey, guess what we got for you? And you're all excited, like, man, I cannot wait to see what Booyah, Strike King, so-and-so's coming out with. And, hey, we got a smaller size. Okay, why didn't you just put it out there? Or, guess what? We got 3 new colors. Okay, just throw it on Tackle Warehouse, man. I'll buy it. There's no, I mean, imagine spending all that money and you're pumped for your company just to say, hey, we got some new colors. With the power of social media these days, I don't see a reason why companies are spending that kind of money just to do that. It blows my mind. All right, here. Let's keep on going here. Tour Pro. Biospawn Lures, Vile Minnow, Soft Plastic Jerkbait. Biospawn makes cool stuff, I reckon. The Biospawn Exoned. Literally, you could probably take a Biospawn ribbon tail worm. It's got the same kind of design. Cut it off, and you got an Exoned. Wasting money here. Wasting money. I feel like the Ned bait niche in fishing is getting really stale. Not seeing anything new. Everybody's trying to come out with as many Ned baits as they can. I know it catches a lot of fish, but at the end of the day, all you need is like a Ned fry, a Z-Man TRD, and maybe a little bomb missile. The bomb shot or Ned bomb. That's really about the only 3 I own. That's all you really need. This looks absolutely freaking hideous, and there's no way I would ever feel confident when I rig this thing up that the Biospawn Vile Tube is going to replace anything. I mean, it almost looks like the mold jacked up. It looks like somebody ran over a squid. Man, that's a hard freaking pass for me. That looks like I screwed up when I was pouring my Do It mold, and I got plastic everywhere but in the mold. Whew, pass on that one. Alright, Jean LaRue. Actually, let's go to chat real quick. Bold new graphics. Let's see. That frog looks like someone can paint a bait, but it looks like so many others. Dude, the Pad Crasher is nothing crazy. It does catch fish. So here's the deal. I'm only going to be able to show what Bassmasters put up. I accidentally found the Strike King releases today on Google. And Strike King's got a lot of stuff coming. I'll see if I can remember it all when we get to a Strike King bait. Flipping Biffle Bug. I didn't know why you couldn't flip the other Biffle Bug. So I'm kind of, okay. Whatever. Jackal Rhythm Wag. So this is kind of a cool bait. Could be really cool for using that D-style technique. And I just learned that about 2 weeks ago. It's really deadly on schooling fish and really pressured fish. 4.5 inches, 9 colors. I love the Rhythm Wave. That's a really good swim bait. Definitely. Alright, the live target ultimate frog. No. Just freaking say no. There's $17.99. I'm gonna pass. I will save my money. Alright, Missile Baits Magic Worm. So if you guys don't know the story about the Magic Worm, it's on John's YouTube channel. Byron filled me in about a month ago about the Magic Worm. So they basically, which I think this is cool. When companies do stuff like that, I think it's cool. So Missile Baits and Robo Worm got together and basically said, hey, look, Robo Worm, y'all make some of the best colors. We love your material, all that. Let's collaborate. You guys pour it and do the colors we want. And we're going to give you credit and we're going to sell it. And hey, it works out. I would love to see other companies cross promote like that. I think it's really good for both brands. And you know, Missile makes their own stuff and it's really good. But obviously sometimes maybe there's a bait or a certain action someone's desiring. And you know, hey, let's go with the company knows what they're doing and let's do some cross promotion. And I really like the Magic Worm. I gotta get on Tackle Warehouse. They do have these in stock now. Use my link in the description and buy some Magic Worms. I like the black blue one, man. That looks really, really good. Matter of fact, let's get on Tackle Warehouse really quickly. And we'll look up the Magic Worm. And look at all the colors. Look at that. You hit the search button and it pops right up here. So here's the Missile Magic Worm. It is 8 inches in length, I believe. Oh, 6 inches. Alright, sorry. My wife tells me 8 and I just assume my 6 inches is 8. So that one's Bruiser Flash, Blueback Secret. Looks pretty cool. Like that one. Ed's Orange. Kind of like that Desert Crawl color. Green Pumpkin Money. Ooh, I like that. I like that. John's Juice. Almost Jane Juice, John. John, you trying to get up on my juice? No, I'm just kidding. John, that's John Cruz's juice. Way better fisherman than me. I'd buy that color. That looks great. June Bug Dream. Ooh, Epic Eric should have some of these. That looks good. Lava Crusher. Okay, red with the black. A little bit of hint of purple in there. Magic Pumpkin Red. Ooh, I like that one. So you got great colors in this Magic Worm. There's Missile Morning. I like that. You can drop shot this. Nico rig it. Texas rig it. Passion Shad. That looks very similar to an adult toy I've seen before. Maybe that's, you know, you get done hard day fishing, you bust out the Passion. PB&J Time. Not just PB&J Sandwich, just PB&J Time. I like that. And Watermelon Violet. Kind of similar to like a bold bluegill. I like that. So that's the Missile Magic Worm. Those are available right now on Tackle Warehouse. Use my link, my Tackle Warehouse link in my stream in the description. Go buy you some of those Magic Worms. Matter of fact, I'll do that. put that in there. All right, let's go to chat. Understand why the price is high because of a collab, but why not buy a robo? I think it's because they don't make a robo in that same design or style. Most robo worms are pretty thin. I think this is a little bit thicker, Matt. So Freedom Tackle collaborated with Lord Jensen. They just didn't tell him. Yeah, you know, Boyd Duckett and Bullshad collaborated too. Boyd just forgot to tell Mike it was going to happen. Dude, I like that Bruiser Flash, man. I think it looks really, really good. Those worms are money. Totally not copying Guggen. Yeah, I don't think John would be copying Guggen at all. It doesn't look like a Guggen to me. But then again, I don't look at many Guggen worms and stuff. So, all right, another new bait from Missile Baits. This is the Chunky D bombs. Chunky D. That is not a reference to Byron, but the Chunky D is like a combination of the D chunk and a D bomb. Pretty cool. I like it. So if you want a D bomb style bait that's got more action, you're probably going to like the Chunky D. 3.5 inches. You can use it on full-size jigs as a trailer. You could Texas rig it with like a 2-3/0 flipping hook. Put it on a jig. Hey, can you quit messing with the cats? Good Lord. Neely's about to. I got cats that's got kittens, and she is about to just go crazy. Let's see here. Yeah, so on the magic worms, they are expensive, but you're getting 15 in a pack. So, what's up, JP? Thanks for joining in the stream. God dang, my animals are going crazy. I think anytime you see a kicking style worm, short or long, you got to think Terry Scroggins. I agree. Scroggins was kind of the first guy to do that deal. Yeah, it'd be a good trailer there. It'd be good flipping bait. Let's see here. Here's another frog from Snag Proof. I like Snag Proof. It's a smash mouth popper. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on. Go. Barry, shut up. My freaking dog. I have the dumbest dog. This son of a bitch will bark at mosquitoes. I don't know what's going on. Barry. Anyway, there's a dog barking probably 2 miles away, and my dog is all torn up because he can't see it, so he's going to bark. Anyway, Snag Proof, Smash Mouth Popper. I like Snag Proof frogs, always have. I'm sure this one's going to work just fine. They do get to put those really cool finishes on their frogs. Them and Scum Frog got that. Some new baits. I've heard a lot of guys talk about the CJ Smasher. I know Matt and Tim at Tacticals really excited about there. The Pintail Stick Slim. I mean, we got a turd that's having a turd is what it looks like. It actually reminds me of a tampon. But the CJ Smasher, obviously, going to be a great Ned bait, drop shot. I don't know about Texas rigging. It's really small at 3 inches. I like that color, though. All right. Now, on to Strike King. We've got all right. Why are we making names of baits that a guy in Kentucky like me cannot pronounce? If I'm in retail, how the hell am I going to tell someone what this is? I'm going to say this is the Scoon Bug, Scoon Bug. Basically kind of really reminds me of a speed crawl with rage legs is what it reminds me of. It's got that narrow profile of a speed crawl, got the rage tail appendages, 3.5 inch. There's not a whole lot to say to that. Now they have a new ribbon tail worm coming out. I did see that. They've got a couple more Ned baits. What else does Strike King have? They got a Hard Knock, Sexy Dog Jr. They're going to ride that hard knocking until you can't come in. You keep on hard knocking, but you can't come in. That's not in here, but it was on Strike King's thing. So that's the Scoon Bug, Scoun Bug. I don't know. Looks like a speed crawl rage tail legs to me. I call it like I see it. Let's see. No problem, Turtle. I'm not going to ICAST, Simon. I got to work. I got the vacation time. I just don't really want to go, to be honest with you. So the thing about ICAST, it's not about the baits anymore. It's really about everybody standing around drinking beer, and it's just a big party. And you know, that's not really my thing. I want to go, and I want actually, I would rather see smaller companies be profiled other than just big box brands and stuff like that. I really feel like ICAST drops the ball quite a bit because a lot of this stuff you're seeing is not available to the fall, and with Berkeley and some other stuff, it's not available till the next year. And I would love to see a big, giant, consumer-driven show that's like, you know, we'll just call it the ultimate bass fishing collaboration or whatever, the ultimate bass fishing consumer show. And with companies that have booths, you can only have your booth if you got product there to sell. So if you're going to promote something and you don't have it for sale, you're disqualified. So if Strike King wants to roll up, you better have everything you're talking about. Spro 13, you're all invited, and it better be for sale. And we're going to charge $20 to get in, and you know, it's a 2-day event, and it's open to consumers. You pay the ticket, you can get in, just like a fishing expo. But I would really want small time companies there. You know, I want people like Spot Sticker. I'm just looking here. Reaction Innovations, Geek Rack, Biz Baits, Hog Farmer. Those are the type of companies I want there. Not charge a ridiculous amount of booth rent. That's how I want. I think maybe I should. I wish I could get the fundings to do them. We could just start the first ever UFC Ultimate Consumer Fishing Show in Nashville. It does kind of look like a speed crawl and trench haul mixed together. What's up, Cole, my man? I really like watching Cole and Jay. Neely loves watching them. Yeah, man, so we're going to get new variations of crankbaits, but they do have a tungsten Thunder Cricket coming, and I think a Thunder Cricket Junior, but it's a tungsten-based Thunder Cricket. And also you're going to get new colors and different size baits. Scottsboro Yum Tackle Swim. That color looks sick right there, by the way. I love Scottsboro Swim Baits. I'm really glad that Tim and Yum collaborated together. You can still buy the original Scottsboros in the same plastic. The price on these is great. Enough said. That's nothing new. Again, we're advertising the bait's been out for a while. And that bait catches fish. We have the Goat Toads. This thing really does look like Kermit the Frog if you think about it. Made with the Lastec. I'm kind of a horny toad guy. I like the old Gambler cane toad. The only thing I worry about with the Lastec is if it floats too much, it may not sit down in the water enough to push the water. We'll see. I've got some baby goats. 13 fish in the trout. We got a big wedge tail swim bait. Kind of looks like some other big wedge tail swim baits. It doesn't really look like a Huddleston. It looks like a Defiant trout. $34.99. If you're a trout swim bait fisherman, this one actually may be pretty good. As much as I dog 13 fish, and this is a pretty good looking bait here. This is no crazy names like Jeff the Cook Man or whatever. Hi, my name's Jeff and weird stuff. Pretty straightforward here. Kind of like that. If I was a swim bait fisherman that liked the big Huddlestons, the Defiants, stuff like that, I might throw this thing. All right, we got a 10,000 fish shimmer swimmer. Looks just like a 6 cents flush. We got an upside down shimmer shad from 10,000 fish. Again, that's a Catch Co company. Okay. Rods, reels, line. I'm going to kind of skip over this. Doyo. Cashin's got a new rod. A BFS rod. I saw John Cruz promoting that. I like Cashin rods. I think they make good stuff. Obviously made in the United States. That whole bait finesse system is really getting big. Never heard of Cast and Seek. Fenwick Elite. Fenwick's making a pretty good comeback. They make some good stuff. Guggen Squad Black Series rod, $299. Guys, Rob Turkle is hurting. Please buy these rods. And it's really funny. They promote USA everywhere, and they get their shit made in China, just like everybody else. That's okay. Honestly, I'm not a fan of that design, and you could say G Loomis on it, and I would pass. Yeah, I'm not paying $300 for a Guggen rod. I'm just going to tell you, I'm not paying $50 for it. Halo rod, Mustad, Brendan Lester Elite Series rod. I wish my dog would shut up. I like Lester. He's a great fisherman. I'm sure these are, holy smokes, $340. Dude, these are not cheap, like triple grips. I don't know. Pass. Combos. Shimano X Pride B. Y'all know what you're getting in X Pride. Although the price has gone up, $389 to $419. These are high power X blanks. Specific presentation. Power fishing or throwing large swim baits. Interesting. The cool thing about throwing big swim baits, you don't have to have a super sensitive rod. Dude, you can spend $120 on the Milliken or a Dobbins 795 Fury and have a great swim bait rod. Alright. St. Croix Legend Tournament Bass Series. What the heck? What do I think? I'm going to go to chat real quick. What do I think about Smash Tech baits? I know some guys that really like them. For me, I feel like Smash Tech's not very original. And that's basically just based off when I was helping Ben Parker pour his swim bait for a month and worked really hard to get them in Tackle Warehouse and everything. And then a month later, Smash Tech made the same thing. And a lot of their stuff is kind of a play off everybody else's. But, that's just the industry, really. I just don't use their stuff. I've heard it's good, so. That's hilarious, Trit. Dude, I think the BFS for throwing like small jigs, Ned rigs on a bait caster, light shaky heads is pretty sweet. Even like some finesse spinner baits. So. TB, just a video with the Z-Man toad, and I do like that you can stop and it floats. I do, that's an interesting point. Yeah, man, Mega Bass. I haven't seen anything Mega Bass on here, which is wild. Usually do. Dude, my dog is just going ham. I'm sorry, guys. All right, let's go on. So, if I'm St. Croix, I'm not letting someone take. If you covered up half this rods, it looks like a pistol grip. I mean, that is literally a pistol grip, if I've ever seen it. I'm not sure about that. Yeah, I'm going to pass on that, just from looks alone. I just do not see how in the world that's comfortable. God damn, dog. Alright, let's keep going here. 13 Fishing Meta Series. Oh, it's got G-Man's logo on it. I liked uh-oh, someone just kicked my damn dog. Barry. Barry. Come here, Barry. Barry, leave people alone. Barry. Oh, all right. Hopefully we got that issue solved. Sorry about that. Scoon Bug doesn't look bad. I hope that's how you pronounce that. Alright, Doyo spinning reel. It's red. A loose custom like spinning reel. I actually got to use this last week. It's pretty sweet for a loose. This is the new Lose Elite TI. It's basically made by Doyo, and this is like Doyo's flagship reel. Now we've got Lose stuff all over it. $500. Someone tell me who is spending $500 for a Lose reel. Because I'm going to tell you, if I'm spending $500 for a reel, it better have an S or a D on it. Yeah, man, I'm not a huge spinning rod guy because I tend to not be very good with them, but I try throwing as much stuff on Baitcaster as I can. But man, looks really good, man. It actually kind of looks similar to like a Bantam or Anatares, but the best reels from Lew's, in my opinion, are from $120 to $180. I'm not going to spend $500 on a Lew's reel. It just ain't going to happen. I'm not saying they're bad reels or anything, but dude, for me, if I'm spending big money, it's going to have a Shimano or Daiwa stamp. There's a Daiwa Exist spinning reel, way too rich for me. What kind of doyo piece of junk we got here? Oh, the Guggen Squad Gold Series casting reel. Yeah, hard pass. Now we're bringing sexy back. Shimano Bantam, probably the baddest ass reel that Shimano makes. I love the Bantam. I'm fixing to order some from Tackle Warehouse. The Stella, can't afford it. Guarantee it's smooth. A new 13 Fishing Inception G2. I'll be honest, I love the Inception from 13 Fishing. I thought it was a great reel. They sold really, really well. The only issue they had was side plates coming off, but you know, for the money, the Inception was like $119. Now this is $150, so we've gone up in price here. I like the looks of this reel. Really do. Honestly, that's a reel I could see myself using. Oh, we got a new subscriber here. Victor. He actually sent a $5 make you holla. Appreciate it, Victor, for the donation, man. Thank you so much. Victor OG subscriber here on the Baitman channel. I appreciate it, man. Menendez used, I'll be honest, he has a new Lew's skipping reel. And dude, that thing's sweet. So I'm going to give Lew's some love here. I like the new skipping reel from Lew's. He uses those, the custom lights, and the old school Pro TI. And I get to use them quite a bit. You'll see a video, me and him actually did some fishing after some filming, and he busted me on a spinner rod, man. But, dude, I think the Lew's LFS for $99 is the way to go. If I would say LFS, the SLX, the Daiwa, Tatula CT, those are your three best beginner reels. And I did like the old school 13 Inception. Anyway, I definitely want to give this one a try. A new spinning reel. We're in the line. I'm just going to skim over this stuff. Smack down at 300-yard spools. See if there's anything cool. Sunline American Tornado hard leader as opposed to soft leader. I guess things work better than they're hard. Terminal tackle storage. Swim bait head. Nothing crazy. I'm not sure I like that. Man, Freedom Tackle's got some wild ass designers. G Finesse feathered treble. Yeah, that'll work. I like my G Finesse hooks. Gamakatsu power drop. So their version of a Tokyo rig. Tungsten hybrid swing head. That's cool. You know, Reigns has got those football sliders. Strike King has something similar to this, not tungsten. G Shield flipping weight. Okay. Man, I'm old school. Tungsten flipping weight's a tungsten flipping weight. I just get the 6 cents ones because they work. I mean, there's no difference in the spring locks. A new jaw lock will be the first and only treble hook manufactured by a completely automated process, eliminating the hook-to-hook variation, visibility, or variability with individual treblers. The jaw lock belly hook tucks against the lure's body with one tiny pointed straight. I don't even understand that sentence. It's too complicated. $8.99. So basically an upgraded triple grip. Spro tungsten weights. Looks like kegs to me. Tungsten putty. Now actually that's probably something. Swim bait guys, suspended jerk bait guys. $12 for some tungsten putty. 1 ounce. That's not much. That is not much. A lot up lure box. Okay. $37. Ooh, I do like this Plano Edge frog box. That looks pretty dang cool. In fact, I could see you making a swim bait box out of this. What's the price on this thing? $55. Holy shit. $55 to store your frogs. So I wonder if there's a button you can push that dispenses baby powder so your frogs don't dry up. That would be really cool. Let's see here. A Sims dry creek bag. Accessories, a fillet knife, bait fuel. Maybe they're going to do 16-ounce bottles. Lithium trolling motor battery. Millennium Marine dual stack mount. A net. Imagine coming to ICAST and saying, hey, look, we got a bigger size net. I don't see anything down here that I really care about. A real parakeet. I mean, shit. Oil's oil. Get some WD-40. Startron stabilizer. Alright. Now with new double action enzymes and corrosion inhibitors. I'll shake my bait fuel to that. Alright. Randy is pissed, guys. Now that we have Humminbird Mega Live Target Lock, you can now lock on to the game fish or the structure that you want to and let the trolling motor do all the work. And you know what? This thing is going to catch so many fish for you. You can be the world's worst fisherman and you can put Mega Lock on there, find a 14-incher, throw out your Ned rig, and it's automatically going to bite it. If you don't believe me, just ask Randy. This technology is so good that it's setting fishing backwards. Okay, you can be spot locked on a school of bass and be able to snag them every cast now. You don't have to worry about the boat taking you out of position and have to reposition your Mega Live. Now it's just going to stay locked onto the school, fish, or structure. I think this is why fishing is going backwards. The technology is just too good. Too good. Oh, Jesus. I actually, the only thing I gotta say about this, in all seriousness, you've got a lot of companies that are making the turrets now. Uh-oh. Keith Bradbury's hooked and subscribed. Thank you, Keith, so much for joining. Thank you for subscribing. You got a lot of companies that make the turrets for live scope, active target, all that. And basically what Humminbird's done is put that all into one package. And hey, that's cool, man. I'm not a big fan of the Mega Live. I actually think active target is really good right now. More dual mounts. Got apparel. There's a Costa shirt. There's some shorts. AFTCO barricade rain suit. AFTCO waterline kayak shorts. By waterline they mean your nut line, because if you got big nuts they're going to hang out of this thing. A woman soft shell reaper. That's for your social media influencers. They left out the women because if you're a good social influencer you got to be wearing an AFTCO reaper. More short shorts. Blackfish pullover. Bahio sunglasses. I've heard some good things about them. I've never worn them. Got purple lenses though. I'm not going to replace my Waterlands. I can tell you that. A buff hat. Hey, look, you can look like the coach on the Water Boy while you're sweating your ass off. Hobie sunglasses. Nice ass on that guy. That's a Hook Pro Guide pant. Unfortunately, clothing makes up a huge amount of ICAST. If you've ever been there, there's clothing booths everywhere. Sims gear. Sims makes good quality stuff. A deck shoe. Striker adrenaline jacket. Makes you cranked and fish. You'll be able to reel 10 times faster in this adrenaline. You can fish so much faster in the adrenaline bibs that you won't want another rain suit. You'll be able to reel your KVD 1.5 at like 6 miles an hour in this thing. In the thunder and lightning. Lots of the same old stuff here, man. You know, And that's really what we got. That's ICAST. Oh, we do got a Daiwa hoodie now. The Daiwa hoodie does look badass. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie about it. I would wear that. I hope that's available soon. That's like a Bill Belichick hoodie. Or people with short arms like me. Now we're talking. The Wharf Rat. I believe I'd have to have one of them. I would have to have that. Huh. Interesting. Alright, so that is the ICAST preview. Let's go back to full scene mode. Alright. Chat's behind. I feel attacked. Dude, the Reaper's a great jacket, but it's just crazy how many people go wild over that. Yeah, I've heard Bahios are nice sunglasses, man. I got some buddies that wear them. I know some people over there. They're really good people. My buddy Brent Anderson, wears them, promotes them. He likes them. Sunglasses are a weird deal. I feel like certain brands get cult followings. Like I like Costa, but they have a huge cult following. But they also, put a lot of money into the fishing industry. So I get it. I like Waterland. They got some new programs with Waterland coming up for college anglers and beyond. And I like the frames. I'm a simple guy. I don't need to get on a sunglass website and need 200 frames. I don't know which is which. Give me like 7 or 8 frames and I'm good. Yeah, man, I understand what Randy's saying, and I kind of agree to an extent, but at the end of the day, you can't let technology hold you back. And I'll go ahead and address this, man. I seen on Facebook today, some dude made a post and basically called out Brian Latimer. Of course, we don't tag him because we just want to complain and not actually tag the person you're complaining about. But B-Lat made a comment on his own video, and a guy was kind of ranting about how much everything costs and it hurts the average angler and all that. And Latimer just said, if average is always going to be average. And what he was trying to say is just, he wasn't saying that if you don't have money, you're not a good fisherman. What he was saying, if you do the same thing over and over, that's the definition of insanity. If you do the same thing over and over and expect different results, that's the definition of insanity. What he's trying to say is if you want to be a better angler, you've got to be better than average. And don't let money hold you back. Don't let electronics hold you back. Get time on the water. Hey, man, you can't afford the live scope. Hey, pick up a couple extra shifts of the work. Go mow some yards. Work some overtime. Don't let that limit. Don't let a price tag limit what you can and can't do. And that's all Latimer was saying. I'm going to defend him. I think B-Light's a pretty good guy. I've talked to him several times, and I don't think he was down on anybody. He was actually trying to encourage you. Look, man, I haven't had a boat in 6-7 years. I was at a point that I didn't even know if I could afford my rent. Now I've got a good job, and I make the conscious decision to work more overtime. If they offer me an extra shift, I take it because I'm at a point in my life where I got 2 kids. I want to fish more. I don't want to always go in somebody's boat. I want to buy my own boat. So I'm rebuilding my credit. It's obviously pretty decent if I can buy a house. But I want it perfect. I want a low interest rate. I want to have an above average boat. And I'm going to buy a brand new one at the end of next year. But I want to make sure I got the money. I'm not going to finance for 30 years. That said, nothing wrong with financing the boat 15, 20 years if that's what you want to do. Because you only live once. You may go buy that boat and tomorrow you get stung by a wasp and you're in the hospital for 2 years. So hey, don't let long payments steer you from not buying a boat. I mean, but it's here. So hopefully Waterland is starting to get out to more dealers and stuff like that. I really like the glasses. I think they're legit. Again, I've had Costa, I've had Oakley, what else? I've had Canaan's. Canaan's very underrated. They're good glasses. Smith's. I would say the Waterlands are very comparable to all those brands. One thing I like is the 2 frames, the Asher. If I've just got a lot of light coming, I really like the Asher. It's probably the better glass for running down the lake and stuff like that. If I know I'm not doing a lot of running, or if I'm going, I like the Slaunch frame. It's a little bigger glass. It doesn't wrap. I feel like I can breathe out of the Slaunch a little bit better, get some air on the side. So That's it, Walton. Average people have average things, and I don't disagree with that statement. And I don't think he was trying to be insulting to anybody. Do you want to buy a 16-foot John boat and convert it into a bass boat? Dude, I would love to do something like that, but I want to get a bass boat first. If not, I'm going to do like my man Walton. I'm going to get me a badass bona fide kayak. So, dude, I've made terrible financial decisions in my life, so if you need some advice, ask me. I can tell you, when you're 24 years old and you buy a brand new Z71 and a brand new Skeeter boat, that sounds good when you're living at home, but then you get your wife knocked up and you're going to have to sell them. So, dude, it got bad for me, man. When you got a $600 truck payment, a $500 boat payment, and you're drawing off unemployment, got to sell some stuff. And always going to put my family first. So now we're in a situation where I'm still broke, but I can put a couple $100 back a month. Dude, Loophole does make good glasses. They do. I liked Oakley's, but something changed in Oakley's, and I don't know what it is. I used somebody's the other day at work. I had to go on a forklift, and they're like, hey, use my glasses. I was like, man, I'm going freaking blind. I can't see all these things. So, yeah, I agree, Fish Turtle. If you're playing the long game and you say, I just want to buy a boat, I don't have any plans to trade. I'm just buying one boat only. Go ahead, play the long game. Dude, I like those cookers, dude. Those are sweet. Days money, dude. I would love to get Stale Cracker on a stream. Oh, Luna's going to sell his ZX225. Dude, those are awesome boats. I had a ZX225. For the money, I think you get a really good deal off a ZX225. Mine would run almost 74, and that was a 07 model. There's a terrible video on YouTube that's got about 400,000 views of me doing a run with the ZX225. Good fishing platform. So obviously I'm really biased because I'm in a Skeeter all the time. Mark's FXR 21 is a badass boat. It's got a big deck. It's comfortable. It rides good. It's not super fast. I mean, 69, 70 is about all I've seen out of it. But I think with the reprop and moving some weight around, you could probably get in the low to mid 70s with that boat. I like Phoenix. Phoenix makes a good boat. So Live Scope is great, but I have seen good fishermen lean on Live Scope and spend too much time trying to force feed you. Yes, Robert, they do. Waterland does have prescription glasses. It's on the website. You can get your prescriptions in there. That's right, Hunter. I like mine, man. I'm not going to promote a product if I don't like it. You know, that goes with it. 6 Cents, Waterland. You know, Waterland makes some frames. They just don't fit me well. And because my head shape, it don't mean they're bad glasses. That just means they don't work for me. You know, there's baits that some people just absolutely love. Good point here. Someone talked about the Mega Bass Pop X. That has a cult following. People are always catching fish. I can't buy a bite on it. So that's obviously a bait I'm not going to feel comfortable with, or just go recommend everybody buy it because I don't have any luck with it. All right, here. Man, we've been on stream for about an hour 15 minutes. ZXR20 for the money, what you get. The only thing I want to stay away, I want to get a 20 foot or longer. I wouldn't mind an FXR20. I've always heard those are the cream of the crop, got the speed in them. So yeah, so I think the difference between an FX and a ZX is basically just the bells and whistles. There's really no difference in the hull. It's basically, do you want electronic stuff on it, or do you want to turn knobs? I could be wrong, but I always liked my Skeeter. Like I said, I had a ZX225. I love that boat. If I can, I'm probably going to buy Mark's boat, and it'll be a Barking Spider Edition FXR21. The only thing about Skeeters, man, their color schemes have gotten a little bland. So, obviously, Phoenix has got some of the best color schemes out there. If I go the Phoenix route, it'd be a 721 Pro. That's pretty much. I like some of the other ones, but I like the 721 the best. 919's not bad. And actually, believe it or not, I've been looking at Rangers pretty hard. I like Tritons a lot. I like the older TR21s, the HP or the Elites, 2014 to 2015 models. But if I'm going to buy a new boat, I want a new outboard, because you very rarely hear horror stories of the hulls and the transoms. It's outboards going out. And if you're going to spend $40,000 to $60,000, the last thing you want to do is fish for a year or two, and all of a sudden your motor warranty's out, and then you blow it up. I just assume to pay a little extra, get an extended warranty on the outboard, 5-6 years. If it ain't, surely by that time, if you blew it up, you got the money to get a new power head. So anyway, whew. It is 9:21, guys. I gotta get in. Gotta wrangle my freaking dog. I hope y'all had some laughs. I hope y'all saw some cool baits. I know some other guys have done this before, and that's okay. I'm actually going to get around and edit a few videos. I got a really good video probably coming up with the Duke lipless from 6 Cents, and you'll see that new bait that'll be exclusive in the 6-sack next month. Those will be shipping in about 4 days, so I better get that thing up pretty quick. And yeah, guys, maybe we'll get a Randy rant this week. I'm working night shift, so who knows what we'll do. And we'll see if we can get a guest on the stream for the weekend. Maybe we'll get Matt Luna in here. Matt, if you'd like to join, let me know. We'll talk about East Coast, West Coast fishing, whatever. I know I got some gaps in the bait room here. I've got to really clean this thing out. I've got